Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my first polymer clay tutorial, and it's going to be on this super tiny ice cream cone charm. So if you guys want to learn how to make this, just keep watching. I'm starting off with the waffle cone, and I'm going in with ecru colored polymer clay. I rolled a small ball of that, and then I'm rolling that ball into a cone shape that is really sharp. And the reason that I'm doing that is so I can get all the way to the bottom of this little waffle cone mold. This mold is a little bit hard to use, so I always have to reshape it once I remove it. Now I'm going in with my blade and cutting the top flat. I got these new chalk pastels the other day, and I thought some of these would be good for shading some of my baked food polymer clay pieces, and I really liked the way that these colors turned out. I felt like it was really realistic, a lot more so than what I've been using, so I'm really glad that I picked this up. Now working on the ice cream scoop, I am taking a ball of white clay and I am sort of flattening that down. I'm rolling out a thin log of white clay and wrapping that around the ball, and this is for that little ledge on the ice cream scoop. Now I'm just taking a needle tool and pressing the two pieces together, and this is really important so when we go in to texture everything, nothing falls apart or gets loose. Going in with my favorite and most used tool, the toothbrush, I am just going to add some texture to the top of the ice cream scoop. And to give it that ultra realistic look, I'm taking some aluminum foil and crumpling that down and just pressing that on top. And as you guys can see, this really brings the ice cream scoop to life, and I feel like it just makes it look really realistic. Now I am adding a head pin to the center of this ice cream scoop, and then I am taking some liquid clay adhesive, and this is also really important just so when you bake it, nothing falls apart and it doesn't end up being really fragile. Now I'm adding texture with a needle tool to the ice cream scoop, and I'm holding this with a really light touch just because I don't want to mess up any of the texture on the waffle cone. Before we add the chocolate sauce on top, I'm going to pre-bake this just so I can handle it without worrying about messing up the texture. This is just another way to avoid messing up the texture. Instead of laying your piece down on a baking tray, you can just stick it into some scrap clay. Now to make the frosting, I'm just taking a piece of brown clay and some translucent liquid clay and mixing those two together. And a tip for making really good frosting for your clay pieces is to make sure your clay is soft before you mix them together. The softer your clay is, the easier and smoother your product will end up turning out. This wasn't in the oven very long, but just long enough that I can handle it without messing anything up. I am taking a needle tool and that chocolate frosting we mixed up and just adding that on top. And there's really no method to this, but I do like to add little droops every so often. Now for the sprinkles, these are just really tiny pieces of polymer clay that I have cut down, and I'm just going to add those on top. Once I'm done adding the sprinkles, I'm going to bake it the exact same way I did before with the scrap clay method. And this is what it looks like when it comes out of the oven. The frosting definitely has a matte finish now, so I want to bring that back with some varnish. This is my favorite varnish I like to use. I can't be the only one that does this, but I just put it right into the cap and use it that way. I'm just being careful to only apply this gloss to the chocolate and trying to avoid the sprinkles as best as I can. Now I'm going in and cutting this head pin down into a loop with my Easy Looper. This tool is one of my favorites. It makes it super easy. Now adding a clasp with a jump ring and we are complete. Thank you guys so much for watching this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to give this video a like and don't forget to subscribe. I've got a lot of exciting things that I'm working on that I can't wait for you guys to see, so stay tuned and I will see you guys next time.